car's in the middle of the road, literally. Like, how are you that bad at driving? Cold opening. It's where I just don't really say anything. I let the audience build itself. It's unofficial blunt talk, you know. I am taking call-ins. I don't know who that is, but welcome to the show. I'm currently driving from Boonesboro to Frederick, so I feel bored enough to do a live stream. If anybody wants to call in, you know how to do so. I'm telling you, though, God, that announcement the other night that Dame had on Blunt Talk totally changes the entire aspect of this season. Like, completely changes this season's aspect. We were sitting there weeks ago talking about how would this league look without ADR in the picture, and suddenly they're back in it. Just when you thought they were out, they were pulled right back in, courtesy of, as Dame said it, Warriors, Misfits, and you old fucks who will never suit up ever again. I'm just saying how he said it, not me. But thanks, guys. Bad storm at Taneytown. Ah, yeah, dude, it just came by Boonesboro. I was at work and I looked outside and it was just ridiculous. Taneytown is actually close to where I'm heading to, too. I'll be on 26. I'm heading to 26. Maybe up a restaurant. See how this goes. I'm on turn left. Looks good. Looks good. But like I'm saying, ADR coming back, that's big for the league. I think some of you wanted. Let me just say this: how did you all feel about ADR splitting up? I want answers in the comments. Did you guys feel like it was something you were happy for? Or did you feel like without beating ADR didn't mean anything? Because honestly, I feel like this is a win for the league to have ADR stick together. Because truthfully, I think a lot of the teams should be out there trying to say, how can we beat ADR? I just saw Catherine's comment. But we were all sitting there like, I'm sitting there thinking, you all should be thinking and focusing on how can I beat ADR? Because ADR right now is the king of county. They've ruled the league for over a year. To be honest, after AFN left, there wasn't much defense against it. But, you know, we had a few teams step up this year in a couple games. Broad Axe nearly beat them in that rainstorm. The Warriors almost had them in the semis. X-Dogs should have completed that comeback last fall. That was an amazing game. I'm hoping to put that together soon for you guys for a release, because that was one of my favorite games of last year, was X-Dogs ADR 2018. But I think ADR being back is big. Joe, you're happy? Yeah, let me get to an actual light. But I see that Joe's happy. Yeah. No, that's good. Like I said, I feel like it benefits everybody else. By ADR returning, everybody gets the opportunity they've been looking for to finally get a shot at taking them down. And I feel like there's enough teams in this league that have the opportunity to do it. I'm not sure what the Warriors will bring back, especially with Misfits coming back. Kind of wonder how many of the guys they had on there might jump over there. We'll see. Especially Justin Fox. We know his history. We'll see how that goes. The Warriors not as strong as they looked about a month ago. But looking around, I think other teams have a shot. Misfits definitely has a shot. Looking forward to that game. Once they hit postseason, that's going to be when it really matters, if they meet up in the postseason. The regular season game, I don't think you're going to get as much out of, but we'll see. I know last year Misfits had some guys be late, which caused them to fall behind early, and we just never really got a good game out of it as a result of that. X-Dogs, I think, can compete with ADR. I'll tell you, I've been watching X-Dogs all spring. They've looked great. They really have. For those of you who have not watched X-Dogs, Misfits ain't shit to us? All right. You still playing for Broad Axe, Tibbs? For fall? I hope so, because I'm hoping to see Broad Axe competitive in the fall. So I heard Clancy may not be there, which, if that's the case, then I hope they can find Grable back at least. Because it was awesome seeing Broad Axe competitive last year, and they got a nice young core. They got they still got guys from their previous championship team that's still on the roster. Yes, sir. Hey, glad to see you back, Tivis. This league is better to have you in it. Ooh, I see that. I see the clouds now. It is dark. I'm on Route 40 heading to Myersville. Josh McNabb is a free agent. Oh my God, dude, big. That's big. If anybody, you got to sign McNabb. Hope he play D-line, Tivis. Oh, that'd be great. I just saw Josh's comment. That's big. Wow. Hey, whoever picks up McNabb, that's a big signing. Glad to hear you break it here on Car Talk. Did this about a week ago. Just something I do occasionally. I get bored enough that I feel like talking to you guys. Usually when I'm on my way or waiting for something for a long period. But I'm looking at those storm clouds and they don't look good. Wow, that's completely dark. I want to face the phone towards there, but maybe you'll see it in the sunroof in a second. I'm going to go by it. Joe Louisi already recruiting. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Just poured in Thermont. Yep, I'm going to get soaked. This roof's going to be coming up in a second. Keep it down while I still can. But no, wow, that's a big free agent. McNabb, go out there and announce it, dude. You're going to get offers. Like, you definitely will get offers. At least you should get offers. That open a little longer. But I'm glad ADR's back overall. I feel like it's better for the league. We'll see how it goes in the fall with them. Like I said, I feel like X-Dogs and Misfits are the ones to look out for against them. It's a shame Ruckus did not get a real chance to have their offense with Renner against them last year, but I'm not so sure if the result would have been much different. I feel like ADR still would have won, but Steven Renner would have definitely given him a much better challenge than Joe Edwards. Same for Ryan Lockhart in rematch. No disrespect to Lockhart, he put up a valiant effort. But with the way Renner was playing last year in Ruckus, he was fantastic. He had the second best winning percentage of any starting quarterback, which is impressive to think about when you consider Chris Boone and Kevin Clancy are both in this league. But he was second place behind Boone in winning percentage. Don't sleep on the Spartans. What do you guys got? I'm just wondering. So far, what I'm picking up on is, I know you're on it. Did you bring along Sean Taylor from Railroaders too? Because I know you guys travel together. If so, that's a big signing for them. That's a definite big signing. I've seen a few Top Gun guys on there potentially. Not Ricky and Gary and them, but the other characters. I think I saw Matt Petrie was tagged in a post. Underrated signing if he ends up back on a roster. But I'm really excited to see the Spartans back this year. Felt like just signed my max deal with Misfits. Oh, Cuzzo, welcome to on the Misfits. I had a feeling, but it's great that it's official. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the field in County this year, and I may actually try to head down to Mathel a few times too. I'm gonna try to work something out like that for a 1 or 2 Sundays this fall, heading down the Tucker Road. I'd love to be able to expand my coverage further. We did Keystone for the first time this season. It was great. Unfortunately for Keystone, I won't be back this fall. Just not enough time. County's a bigger priority to me. It's also about 40 minutes closer. So I'll be definitely at County. But Keystone, yeah, it's going to be some fun times. I definitely look forward to being back in the future. Hopefully Keith Giles can continue his live streaming up there. I'll have more on Keystone a little later on. Oh, I look forward to that matchup, Tivis and Ross. Oh, that'd be nice. I'd love to see it. Sean and Rome, all right, package deal. That's awesome. No, it's big signings for the Spartans to get you, Sean, and Rome. I feel like the Railroaders did not display what Sean and Rome could do for a team. But I saw enough out of Sean and Rome on there that I came away saying that these guys could definitely play. So that's pretty exciting for the Spartans. I've always liked Don, and as a coach, I felt like the first time around he had something. It's just the problem was the first time around was that they just never grew any further past that second season. People forget the Spartans were a above 500 team in the fall of 17. They got to the B bracket championship and lost, but they weren't a bad team at all. Or fall of 16. But right now the rain's coming down pretty hard, so if I'm getting hard to hear, let me know. Might have to cut it off for a bit. But talking about the Spartans a little further, I'm excited to see what they got. Don's great. We got a couple other games. We got a couple other teams in there this year. We're at 9 so far, I'm counting. And yeah, that's the rain you're hearing. It's pretty loud. It's the same. It's like it was in Boonesboro earlier. Just insane. Hey, shout out to Greencastle Antrim High School one more time for the fact that we did not have any rainouts this year. I mean, yeah, we had these thunderstorm outs, but like that's different. You can't really play in thunderstorms. Storms are a little different. Rain, however, is something that's just been screwing us over the last couple of years. Hopefully, though, the rain is not heavy on Saturdays this fall, because I know Marty will be a different story. Hey, shout out to Marty Snook. Glad we're back to Marty. That's going to be great. It's great for the league. It can't be a fall season without Marty Snook, in my opinion. It didn't even feel like a fall season last year. I felt like last fall was another spring to me. The ball just wasn't as good, and the atmosphere wasn't there, and it just, to me, it wasn't Washington County. I had more of a vibe at Keystone on this spring than I did at County last fall. Woo! Yeah, let me pull it over in a minute. This is pretty heavy. But I'm glad to be back at Marty Snook. It's healthy for the league. It keeps us going. I know we've had many locations the last year or so. Like this is going to be the 4th different location we've had since the beginning of 2018, which is nuts to think about. But to be back at Marty Snook is truly an honor, and I look forward to being there. We have a lot of ballers. Everybody says they have ballers, Joe. Yes, sir. We're back there. I'm excited. It's going to be nice. It's going to feel like the way we used to. Because County hasn't had the same feel to me since we left Snook. It really hasn't. It's been fun. I've had a good time. But without Marty, it just isn't County to me. August 31st, for those of you who are wondering when we start up, it'll be August 31st, 9 a.m. kickoff, more likely than not. Hopefully the weather will be a lot nicer than what we've had in the spring. I feel like we've just had nothing but rain so much. So right now, I'm looking at it, I think we got 9 teams. I'm counting 9. We got ADR, Misfits, X-Dogs, Brawn Axe, Ruckus, Warriors, The Program, Railroaders, and Spartans. That's a better number than last year, and I feel like it may be a 9-team deep league. And what I mean by that is you're seeing 9 legitimate squads out there. You're not seeing BS where you got teams rolling up with only about 11 or 12 guys every week and losing by 30. I think teams like the Railroaders and Spartans will be able to actually be somewhat competitive this season. I'm not going to say they're going to win a lot of games because winning is not easy, but I feel like both teams have potential to be up there. I actually feel like we're a deep lead right now. I really do. ADR is on this ridiculous run in Washington County. They haven't lost in the regular season since the spring of 17. We have Misfits who are back. They're going to be awesome. We know that for certain. They're going to be up there. We got X-Dogs who in this spring, they've looked so fantastic in Keystone. And outside of that last game in Ocean City, they were having a really good run up until then. They were 3-0. And they had dominated both Saturday games. Sunday, the injuries and the stamina piled up, and they just weren't good. They just lost that matchup. But in Keystone, they dominated. I feel like X-Dogs will bring that usual physicality and Matt Eisenberg, genius, back to county, and it'll show up. It may not show up till November because that's when it shines its best, but it's going to be there. Ruckus, they're always up there every year. Broad Axe is Broad Axe. We can't underestimate them ever. I'm curious to see what Andy has this year for the Red Knights. I felt like there were times last year his team had something. It's just they weren't able to fully put it together. And then seeing guys bailing him again, it's sad to hear about because I felt like he had something that it could become something more. People forget it was 12-7 against Broad Axe. They could have been in the semis. They looked rough at times, but when they had their full roster, they weren't terrible. They were competitive enough. They lost to Broad Axe by 5 at one point this year too when they played the week 1 with their full roster. The program, you know, they're always going to be up there. I hope that offense can get fixed a little bit. That one was a big issue for me last year watching. Adam just wasn't the same quarterback he's been, or he was in the spring of last year. They tried Ricky out, and honestly, I thought Ricky looked better than those 2 games he had against Warriors and Broad Axe. He almost gave them their first win against Broad Axe ever, and these guys have tried to beat Broad Axe since I joined the league. That's hard. And Ricky almost did it at quarterback. It was 12-0 in that game. But I feel like they need some kind of change. Maybe some kind of bring in a different style, run an 8-man style. I don't know, something to freshen it up, you know, 2 quarterbacks. Go sign TJ Williams. I'm sure he's out there. Seriously. He had Broad Axe sitting at 30 points per game at 5-0 at one point last year. Railroaders, like I said, the Railroaders are going to be competitive. They've played with each other for so long now. They're going to have a full-time quarterback this fall, I'm hearing. From what that comment Beachley was saying, Ian Fisher's going to be there full-time in the fall. If they got Fisher coming, then suddenly we're talking about a team here that is going to contend. I mean, you can say Fisher did not look that great at QB in the playoff game against Ruckus. Happens. He's still inexperienced as a flag quarterback. I mean, on a 9-man game, that is. A 9-man game. In our games, he's still a little bit experienced, but that chemistry, I think get the chemistry down, a full season under his belt, they might make some noise come November. We'll see. That may sound ridiculous, but they almost knocked off Ruckus a month ago. Let's not forget that. Not the same Brunswick. Spartans, like I said, I'm really optimistic about them. Don's a great coach. I know he's going to have a team that's going to be competitive. May not be early on, but it's going to be one that by the time November kicks in, they're going to be good to go. But yeah, I think County's about 9. I think that's fair to say County's 9 deep this year. Once again, taking call-ins. Anybody who wants to talk. I'm just killing time until I can get to my destination, and whenever I'm waiting for somebody else to get done too. You know how it goes. Hey, Summer Sizzler next month, August 10th and 11th. Keystone Flag Football League is hosting that. Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. That's going to be a nice tournament. I'm looking at the roster they have. They got 3 deposits in, 4 teams interested. I'm hoping those 4 teams put up money ASAP because I want to see this tournament happen. let's bring everybody together for one weekend in Keystone Country. So far, the deposit's down. Killer Bees, Ruckus, and I believe the 13 was X-Dogs, and I believe I saw 4 more names on there today. Adrenaline Rush was listed as interested, as was Gators and the Browns and Spartans, who, from what I'm reading, and this is the Keystone Spartans, by the way, not the non-Brown Spartans. What did Ruckus ever do to me? Y'all did nothing to me. I like Ruckus. Y'all should be in that Keystone tournament, though. Hope y'all pay the rest of the way. I want to see y'all in that tournament. But I saw ADR, Ship Flip Gators, the Browns and Spartans put together a team. That's a great idea. I think that'll actually work out. Hopefully it works out for both sides, because maybe that could lead to something bigger in the fall. And then, nice opportunity for that. And then I saw another team called Cobra Kai, which threw me off. I have no idea who Cobra Kai is. I know the reference. I've watched The Karate Kid. I binged Cobra Kai, the show. Damn good show, by the way. Strong recommendation if you were a Karate Kid fan like I was. Even if you're not a fan of The Karate Kid, watch Cobra Kai, because that stuff's great. But 7 teams I'm seeing, I'm pretty excited if they get this off the ground. It'll be August 10th and 11th, 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe, from this weekend. Shippensburg, Pennsylvania will be the site of the tournament. It's going to be awesome. I look forward to seeing what Keystone teams will be looking like against some of the county teams. I'm hoping some of you county teams get in there. You guys got to get in on this action. Program, where are you at? Broadaxe, Red Knights, come on up to Shippensburg. Shit. Railroaders, you guys don't have an alumni game this fall. Come on up, play in this tournament, man. I think it'll be great for everybody. Nice little team building activity. Let's do it. Coming up to Keystone, playing this tournament. It's actually not a bad deal. $400 for a tournament's actually a really good deal if you're unfamiliar with the circuit prices, where you pay almost a full season's worth just to play in a tournament. No points at stake, but there's a money prize, and I think that alone to me makes it appealing enough to play in it. That, and it's a nice little pre-season bump for anybody who's trying to play. Long time between June and late August, especially because it's the last day of August we're back. Hanover, York area? What about it? What about it, Eric? Yeah, a lot of exciting events coming up. Owings Mills is next month. That's going to be the 3rd and the 4th for those who are interested. MD Raiders, I'm pretty sure, are looking for players. Hit up Scotty Scott if you're interested. If you're even trying to get on a team, let me know. I can see who I can try to hook you up with. I actually had a couple teams contact me last tournament looking for guys. Honey Badgers actually hit me up for some guys. So if anybody's interested in playing, if you can't get on the Raiders, I might be able to find you another spot elsewhere if another team's interested in participating. That'll be August 3rd and 4th, Owings Mills. I'm going to have live coverage for it. I'm going to be down there. I went last year. I had a good time. We filmed games. We didn't do any live streaming. I don't know how it's set. I might see how OMFML sets it up, though, because I would love to work on it for certain. But I definitely will be doing Shippensburg, that, and Washington County. It's football season. Can you guys feel it? I mean, it's a little humid outside, but we're almost in fall, y'all. It ain't no joke at this point. Stuff's about to get real, for certain. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, Cobra Kai is from there. Okay. Hanover, York area. Interesting. I wonder if they're one of the 7-man teams or one of the York area flag football league teams I've been hearing about. A lot of talk about that area, York and Hanover. I know York tried to do the little tournament. That's not happening from the sound of things until October, I read, which that's kind of late in the game. I wouldn't do a tournament in October unless that's during season. Like, you can't just do that. It's a shame, but hopefully the state works something out and things get going. get something there. Taking call-ins if anybody's interested. Otherwise, might cut it off. Running out of topics to talk about, unless you all got a suggestion or any questions. I'm fielding them right now. It's an open forum. It's car talk. It's an easy premise. I just sit in my car and talk. If I lose signal, then it's because I'm going into a mountain. They don't even know who Joey Blaze is. They just see. I'm not gonna tell my real name though. I've seen dudes do full interviews though. We did this a couple months ago in Keystone. I actually had a nice little pregame show with Kevin Orsini before Keystone's playoffs. The whole way driving up from Hagerstown to Shippensburg. Weather's actually been a lot better in Frederick. I was kind of nervous there for a second when y'all were telling me about the storms and Thermite and all that stuff. It was coming down pretty hard in Boonesboro, I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting at work and watching it. Scotty, how are the Raiders looking for Owings Mills if you're still watching?